go to Secretary General Atwoli.
Thank you, Prime CS. Most welcome, President Ado. In your country, that is our headquarters are the Organization of the African Trade Union, the unit of which you have hosted for so many years. Friends, honorable members of parliament, the Speaker of National Assembly, na wale wote ambao wamefika hapa. Mimi nitakuwa kwa ufupi sana, na ninaongea kwa ajili siku kubwa ile sikupata nafasi ya kuongea. Na tangu tumpoteze baba, imekuwa ni vigumu sana kwangu hata nikijaribu kuongea, naona maneno haingii. Sababu yake ikiwa ni ya kwamba all his doctors, yeye ndio aliintroduce mimi to those doctors right away, from Dr. Lunya Uluoch, Dr. Musadi of Dubai, and other doctors, including Dr. Martin Wanyoike of Nairobi Hospital. Yeye ndiye aliintroduce mimi. Na niko na kijana yangu hapa, Professor Atwoli, atakwambia mwaka jana it was not easy for me and him. Wengi hamjui. Nikikutolea picha zake na mimi mwezi wa March, utashangaa sana, akini encourage mimi kupigwa shindano katika matako ambayo ilikuwa hajafunikwa na kitu chochote. Na nilikuwa nimeogopa. Alikaa na mimi mwezi wa March wote, nyinyi wengi wa Kenya hamkujua tukiwa hospitali moja na yeye. Na alikuwa ananiangalia kama vile mtu anaangalia ndugu yake. Na mtoto wake anaitwa Winnie ndiye alini encourage mimi kwenda through those processes. Mimi nilikuwa nimeogopa. Napeana flimsy excuses, naambia daktari, Labor Day is just around, I have a lot of engagements, I will be going to Geneva in June, so I think I will think about surgery when I have come back. Wina kaniambia, ango, hii ni kitu ya wiki mbili, you will be all right. And indeed, after 2 weeks, I was all right. Baba alimaliza na mimi almost 3 weeks akiniangalia. Ni vigumu sana ukipoteza mtu kama huyu, saa ingine huwezi kuwa na maneno ya kusema. Wengi hata journalists nyinyi hamjui. Wengi wanapenda kuenda na rumors na propaganda za social media, but the truth of the matter is that we as workers, we lost a person who was close to Kenyan workers, African workers, and he had an opportunity to come to Ghana, Accra, to address the workers of Africa before he started vying for that position of Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Amos Wako, please come forward. Thank you, Kotu Secretary General. Amos Wako, please come. But in the meantime, let me also acknowledge we are with the CS, Deborah, CS for Environment. Thank you, Deborah.
Sister Ida, Junior, Rosemary and Winnie, the entire family of Odinga, I'm one of the many millions in Kenya who greatly mourn the passing on of Raila Odinga, one of the many. And if there were a few who doubted that, the way the country mourned him has never been witnessed in Kenya. We have a lot to say, but I can say this, just 2 points. One, when I was Attorney General of Kenya, I worked very closely with Raila Odinga. He fought for the Constitution, and when the time for negotiations came, he was on the forefront of those negotiations. And one instance I remember very clearly is that I had made up my mind that the chairman of the constitutional review process should be somebody from outside, not somebody who has stayed in Kenya and who has taken sides, because there were two processes going on, one for the government, another one of Ufangamano. And I had thought of Professor Yash Pal Guy. I knew that myself I could not convince the government to have Professor Yash Pal Guy, who was then in exile, to come and chair the constitutional review process. So I talked to Baba, and Baba also agreed with this idea. And both of us went to the then president, Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. And because of him, really, Moi was convinced that Yash Pal Guy should be the chairman. I was then detailed to go to the United States of America, where Yash Pal Guy was, to convince him to come. And hence the process began, which led to the new constitution. So we shall be entirely grateful to him. Just one point about the constitution. The constitution would not have passed without the immense contribution of Raila Odinga. I can tell you that as a fact. And to enable it to pass, he compromised on who should be. Should we have a presidential system, or should we have a parliamentary system? He was for parliamentary system. But he gave in on that one, and we now have a presidential system. My prayer is that when the constitutional review process begins, we should revisit this idea of a parliamentary system of government, which I believe can contribute greatly to the two great ills that we have here in our society, corruption and ethnicity. Baba, rest in peace. You made me, you appointed me to many things. We shall meet there. Thank you.